There was one scene in the entire Super Mario Galaxy movie that genuinely made me drop my jaw because I could not believe what they were doing and what they were changing to the already established Mario lore. Now look, okay, it's Mario. How much lore is there in a game about a plumber going to a kingdom full of mushroom people, led by a princess? Actually quite a lot. But not including the RPG spin-offs, there's not that much to really go off of with the mainline 2D or 3D games. But Nintendo decided to throw us a curveball, because in the Mario Galaxy movie, they did something I was not expecting. Now of course, this is going to contain spoilers for the movie. If you don't want spoiled, maybe just save this video and come back another time. But also, before we get started, like I said before, we are super close to our goal of 400,000 subscribers. You can make it happen by leaving a like and subscribing today. Let's see how many people we can get to subscribe to today's video. But let's dive into the crazy lore drop Nintendo and Illumination gave us with the Mario Galaxy movie. Now the story that they changed is kind of two peoples, is both Peach and Roselina, but let me give you a quick recap of what Roselina's story was, at least in the original Super Mario Galaxy the game. Roselina was this little girl on her home planet before she was taken into outer space on an adventure through a spaceship in a Luma that was lost in the cosmos. They pretty much find a comet, and the whole story is pretty much Roselina on a journey to find the Luma's mother. They spend their time on this comet exchanging stories, and Roselina tells Luma how she actually had a mother who passed away. She also has a father and apparently a younger brother, but she doesn't seem to really care about them as much as her mother. So on this comet is where she starts to build her comet observatory, pretty much a home and sanctuary for her and the Lumas. Once every 100 years, Roselina comes to Earth. I guess she's some type of space deity now, so she can just do that. But yeah, she visits Earth and just kind of watches from space and looks at her homeland, where you can see she's from royalty. But that's pretty much the whole story. Roselina becomes the mother of the Lumas and pretty much takes care of them and creates her own sanctuary called the Comet Observatory and flies through the cosmos and pretty much just lives life with them. Now in the movie, Roselina is still the mother of the Lumas and still has the Comet Observatory and flying through space with it, but she's Peach's older sister now. Yeah, in case you saw this in the movie and thought, wait a second, that never has been a thing in the games, right? You're correct. This is completely new lore that they dropped on us. Now, according to the movie, they just lived on this tiny planet together. There's no background as to how they got here, where they even really from, and why are they even here in the first place. All it says is they were made out of stardust. Whatever that means. So in this one scene, they gave Peach origins, which we never really had even from the video games, but they also completely changed Roselina's background. She doesn't seem to have a family anymore, not a mother or a father or even a younger brother, but just a younger sister that's Princess Peach, and she's just kind of been made from space dust? Along with Peach? Now, since they're both made from space dust, they also have the power of the cosmos, which isn't necessarily anything new. We knew Roselina had magical abilities, but it seems like Peach does too, because together they're able to completely grow life on a desolate planet. Now, there's so many questions to this, because Peach looks like she's at least 2, you know what I mean? And Roselina looks like she's at least like almost a teenager, or maybe even a teenager. They were just sitting on this planet the whole time and didn't know they had a magical ability together. I mean, they were just sitting on a freaking moon this entire time. Now, the first movie, they did leave Peach's origin a mystery, and it seems like maybe they're adding even more mystery, where maybe in the third movie, they'll talk about where Peach and Roselina are both from, maybe, you know, explaining it a little further. There's also something else to explain, because apparently there were some dark forces after their power. But we have no clue who these dark forces are. We don't even get to see them. So Roselina, quickly acting, runs to a nearby pipe on this planet. Once again, so many questions. It's funny because we see this planet and there's clearly no pipe, unless it's on the far side and we can't see it, which also doesn't make any sense, because why didn't they just take the pipe to leave the planet? Why did they decide to be on this small little moon planet this entire time? So for some reason, a pipe just appears and Roselina is like, hey, get in this pipe so I can protect you. Which once again makes zero sense, because wouldn't Roselina want to go with her younger sister that's practically a toddler? Wouldn't she want to go protect her? She can literally just walk in the pipe with her. Now one could say their power is too strong together, so they need to split up. Well, clearly that's not a case for the end of the movie, and I'm sure for the movies to follow, they're going to be together, so that same threat is still very much present. Now, like I said, this is a very different story in the game. I'm sure after Peach gets sent away, the story stays the same in the movie, where she finds a Luma, searches the cosmos for the Luma's mother, but ends up collecting a bunch and becoming the mother of the Luma, and maybe once every 100 years stopping by to check on Peach. Does that mean Peach doesn't age? Does anybody in the Mushroom Kingdom age? I mean, it would explain why we have 40 years of young Mario still. I don't know. So many questions. Now, a couple bigger questions that I have. One, is Nintendo going to change the games at all? Are they going to now say that Peach and Rosalina are related? I mean, Peach does have some magical powers, especially in some of the RPG spin-offs, but are they now going to connect them? I don't know how they would be able to pull something like this off without doing a Super Mario Galaxy 3. I would love a story that's not just Mario defeating Bowser and saving a princess, instead trying to find the history and past of Peach and Rosalina, and maybe there's some evil threat that's not Bowser this time around. That would be pretty cool, and maybe even Bowser could help. And a good way they could explain it is maybe this evil threat comes back now since Peach and Rosalina seem to be around each other in the sports games and Mario Kart. They're pretty much in everything. Mario 3D World, even Mario Wonder Switch 2 Edition, Rosalina has been added. So what if they retold it in the games where they don't even realize that they're sisters? Maybe even Rosalina doesn't know this time around. And maybe one day this evil galactic threat invades the Mushroom Kingdom. Something like the Shroobs invading the Mushroom Kingdom and we have to get to the bottom of what's going on. I would love to see the Shroobs come back in a mainline game or even a movie in the future, so I think that could be a cool extraterrestrial threat that's trying to attack. I mean, all we know about this forest is it seems to be this purplish pink light that's attacking, and that's all we see. In fact, Rosalina never even mentions, did she fight it and defeat it? Did she fight it and lose? Or did she just flee and ran away from the planet in order to find the Lumas eventually? I have no clue. Now, what most likely is happening here is Nintendo trying to find some unique story element to tie into the movie, because it's already 2 films now with little story at all, so adding a sisterly dynamic between Peach and Rosalina is something that could actually add some pretty deep story in a future movie, if Nintendo wants to explore it, which they probably won't, let's face it. But it does seem like they're trying to add Rosalina in literally everything, with recent installments of Mario 3D World and even Mario Wonder Switch 2 Edition. Perhaps they're actually going to add some more lore to her in an upcoming game. What if the next mainline 3D Mario game is actually a story of Rosalina and Peach being related some way, and we have to defeat some ancient evil that attacks the Mushroom Kingdom? I know, it's a super reach, but remember, Nintendo likes to cross-advertise between the movies and the games. I think it's a big reason why we've been seeing Rosalina so much in recent things like Mario Tennis Fever and also Mario Wonder Switch 2 Edition, so why would they want to be so confusing with having the games not have any type of relation between Peach and Rosalina, but the movie, literally the entire plot, be focused around that relation? So I guess what I'm saying is, keep your eyes peeled for the next 3D Mario game. I'm not saying this is going to happen. In fact, we know 3D Mario games, 2D Mario games, most Mario games do not have a story outside of the RPGs. But who knows? It's a new generation of Nintendo Switch with the Switch 2, which means it could be a new generation of Mario. I mean, it's going to be about a decade since the Super Mario Odyssey, so they need to cook up something crazy, and I can see this being one of the crazy things. The next 3D Mario game actually having a deep, enriching story that adds to the lore of the Mario universe. But let me know what you think of this relationship from the movie. Do you think it's just something strictly for the movie? Is it going to be something for a future film as well that they'll explore? Or is it just kind of, hey, here's Rosalina and she's Peach's sister and that's it? Or will they actually add some new lore to the video games as well? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things the Mario Galaxy movie and video games in general. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you all have a blessed day. See you guys.